just going to show you how to make Mediterranean scrolls, which are usually made out of a yeast dough, but with scones it's softer and more luscious. So basically you're sifting 3 cups of flour with salt into your bowl, and then you're adding cube softened butter, and you're going to use the rubbing in method until it resembles fine breadcrumbs. You pick it up and rub it across your thumbs, across your fingers like that. When you shake the bowl and there's no lumps on the surface, you know that it's been fully rubbed in. So now you make a well and add your milk, 1.5 cups. I'm not going to put in quite that amount, I'm going to see how I go. And bring it, use your spatula, not your hands, to bring it into a dough. You know when you have got the right amount of liquid in your dough, because your bowl suddenly becomes clean and there's none left on the edges of your bowl. Okay. Just to give it a tiny bit of a knead, not much. If you don't have baking paper, that's fine too. Just helps you to roll it later. So you don't knead scone dough like you do bread. It's you have to be very gentle. And so I'm going to roll that out now till it's about 1 inch thick, or probably 2 centimetres. Once you've got your scone approximately to a rectangle this size, as you can see it's fairly thin, then you spread on your passata over the whole dough. Next is to sprinkle with some oregano to get the true pizza flavour. Just sprinkle it right across your passata. Now for the topping ingredients. So I'm going to spread some finely chopped spring onion and scatter that lightly across the scone base. Next I'm going to add some finely diced red pepper. Next what I'll do is I'll put in some salami. I've pre-cooked this so that it's a bit caramelised and it renders the fat out and it gives great flavour. If you don't have salami, you can use ham or cooked bacon pieces. Scatter some olives. You can use mushroom as well, or red or green pepper, even cooked eggplant if you wanted to. And lastly, I'm going to scatter some sun-dried tomatoes for piquancy. The final flourish is to use some grated tasty cheese. If you don't have tasty cheese, you can use Parmesan, or you can use feta crumbled over the top if you wish. It's going to create a really lovely flavour, all the flavours of the Mediterranean. When you're happy with that, then comes the fun part of rolling it up. If you didn't have baking powder, what you do is you make sure there's plenty of flour on your bench when you roll out your scone dough. And then it's this trusty tool that will pick it up at the start of the roll and get it to roll over. So using your baking paper, bring up the edge of the roll slightly. We want to roll this as tightly as we can so that it doesn't come out. So it's just like the same technique you do for a Swiss roll. And we want the seam to be on the bottom. And there we have it. So carefully bring it back. So we'll clean up now to make some room. I did forget to put pepper in, but that's okay. You can put salt and pepper in if you want to. Now I'm going to cut these scrolls. So I'm going to make the ragged part of the scroll. The ends will be a bit rustic, but we don't waste them. Now this is a tool you use to pick up your scone dough, not your fingers. Just firm it up a little bit and sort of saw the scroll right down to the bottom. Okay, so use your tool to pick up the scroll, not your fingers. This way it keeps its shape and all the lovely ingredient fillings are revealed for colour and flavour. The last one, which is probably the cook's one, put that down. It's just a free-form scroll. The last thing to be done, of course, is we have to glaze with milk. So we glaze the top of the scroll and the sides. Then we're going to place them in a really hot oven and cook for about 15 minutes. Every oven does vary. Fan forced ovens are a lot hotter. You'll have to judge it for yourself. Are they brown? Are they firm? Is the interior cooked? Just check before you take them out. Place them in a hot oven, 200 degrees, at the top of the oven for about 15 minutes. approximately. And here we go, Mediterranean scrolls. Bella mangiare, buono appetito, everyone. Bye.